Good morning, everybody. What is going on with y'all? Sorry this is a little bit later than I usually do a video, but my wife and my son Evan have gone out of town and they're visiting family, and well, Evan's my editor and I'm not going to touch his computer because if I do, wow, the things that I could mess up would be wow. And Evan's really good at what he does, and there's no way in the world I could replace him, and I'm not even going to make an attempt to try to do anything like that. But what I can do is I can make the video and have it ready for when he gets here. It's the easy parts. I do the easy stuff. Just how it is. It's how it works. But let me tell you what we're going to make an attempt to do today. Behind me, I have a smorgasbord of things that I want to try to use today. I want to get back to basics. I want to go catch some little fellows, which is normally what I catch, and you probably just said that to yourselves. Well, that's all you catch anyway, Willie, is little stuff. But I'm going out today, and we are specifically targeting the little fellows. And I mean little. They can be anything from 1.5 inches to 7 to 10, whatever. I have 2 Berkeley cherry rods here. Now, these are older ones that I've had forever. One's a little longer than the other. I'm going to tell you the one right here is a 6-footer, handles 4 to 12 pound test. It is a medium rod, and the other rod is going to be 4 to 10 pound, 5'6". Both have identical Tryon GX flugers, reels on them. Both equipped with 4-pound trout magnet SOS. I got one that's a little bigger than the other, and I wanted to because I'm using such lighter tackle today that, well, let me show you the tackle. Let's just go there first before I get really involved in the whys I'm doing what I'm doing, because you don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing if I don't show you the reason for why I'm doing what I'm doing. You get back over there. What's wrong with you? This is a little box that I put together a couple months ago of nothing but trout magnet material. Okay, and that's jigs and all the little baits and bobbers and those kinds of things. I had so much of this stuff that the little containers that they were coming in was so hard to keep up with them. Everything went in here. So this is all trout magnet stuff. Different size jigs, lures, little crawdads. Aren't they cute? I've actually caught a few on those before. Anyway, that's what we got for here. This might be all I actually use. I'm going to try to stay away from the Charlie Brewer and the Bobby Garlands that I normally use and go outside the norm just a little bit. And then we have just a small box of smaller, everything from little crankbaits, divers, rattle traps. Of course, my hoolie poppers are in there. Now these guys are a little big for what to be in here, but I ran out of room in my other box, so that's in here now. Anyway, that's the type of things we got in here. We even have that small head and torpedo that caught my thumb. That's in there. Well, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I can't get that out. That is the idea for today. The other day I was asked to do a little review of my vehicle situation. People are actually wanting to know, you guys are actually wanting to know what's up with Mr. T, what's up with Booger. Here's the story, and I don't know that I've actually gone through the story of why and what. But this is going to be really fast. When I went and bought Mr. T from my buddy Daryl, it was to replace Booger for a while until I got him fixed. Booger's front end is completely shot. It needs to be completely rebuilt, and that's everything from control arms and front end. Okay, let's just go there. The one thing about Booger that was done by the original owner that was good was he converted it from drum to disc brakes. So there are disc brakes up front. So other than the front end needing to be rebuilt, the rear end needs to be changed. There's a 411 rear gear in the back of that truck. Now, for those of you who don't know, a 411 gear in the back of a vehicle, especially when you're still dealing with the old 3-speed turbo 350 transmission, means that you can run about 55 miles per hour and it sounds like you're running 155. A 411 is really a good race car, hot rod kind of gear, that kind of thing. So for a pickup truck like that, it's not. For going any distance, no, it's not. So everywhere that we've ever went with Booger, we've had to stay kind of in the 50 to 55 mile per hour range, which, you know, the Monkey goes faster than that. Okay, my Honda Monkey can run 60. Anyway, Mr. T was bought to take Booger off the road so I'd have a truck to drive back and forth to work. Needless to say, Mr. T wound up needing more things than expected. Sometime back, Daryl, when he had the timing, Daryl, the original owner of the Toyota, he had the timing chain and all of that replaced on it. What I'm finding out is that the timing chain was evidently put in incorrectly. I have done everything from finding top dead center, changing the timing, doing a little bit of this and that and everything. The timing is way off on the truck. If you try to time it where it's supposed to be, according to the Toyota specs, it won't even move. It backfires and jumps and spits and does all kinds of stuff. You have to really crank the timing around to even get it to move. I have a little red Subaru, which was a car that was given to my family by my wife's mother after she bought a new Subaru. Okay, well, the little red Subaru, the little red wagon I call it, has been... He's tried my patience on numerous occasions. Several replacement everythings. Now the air conditioning has quit working. Where I live in Virginia, extremely humid and hot. It is a wagon style vehicle with nothing but windows and a sunroof, and I am not kidding. I have owned hundreds of vehicles. That is the hottest vehicle I've ever sat inside of. I drive Booger because even with no carpet and a V8 engine, no air conditioning whatsoever, it's cooler inside than it is in that Subaru. Why we stopped making vent windows in vehicles, I will never understand. Never understand. Vent windows should have been in every vehicle. The air comes in, but this little Subaru, it is just like, it is the most aerodynamic thing ever made, evidently, because with all of the windows down, no air comes in the car. So you roast in that thing. So that puts me in what I like to call the big truck. It doesn't have a name. It's just the big truck, and it's always been just the big truck. So the big truck is the one that pulls our camper. He also gets about 10 miles to the gallon. I don't care what you do. Doesn't make a difference. If it's sitting in the driveway, if you drive to the 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee, or you're pulling the camper, he gets 10 miles to the gallon. Well, we all know the gas prices right now are really fun. So that's what we're driving today, because everything else either has issues. Well, everything else has issues. And I can't put everything in the monkey. Specifically when I don't have a destination. I don't have any real specific destination this morning. So to throw all of this on the monkey and try to go wherever, you know, that's fun. But the monkey, again, runs about safely. Yeah, if you're in the 45 to 50 mile per hour range. The Honda Monkey is a single cylinder. It's about that big and 9 horsepower. It's not designed to go across the country, even though it's a Honda and probably could. And I intend to put that thing through some tests here very soon. I have some ideas about things. I'll give you 3 letters, BDR, and then I'll let you go from there. You look it up and then you tell me. You can look up MABDR. Might give you a little hint what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's my vehicle update. I have a bunch of broken vehicles and a wallet that moths fly out of when I open up. Now let's go fishing. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Back to your regular. Let's just go fishing. Do any of you have oak trees in your yard? Because I have several. And the darn things hang right over my driveway. And the humidity here in Virginia is terrible. So the humidity, what it does is it makes all the sap leak out of the trees. And you wind up with this. Those are all wasps and yellow jackets. And I mean, look at this. They eat the sap off of the vehicles. I'm getting tired of it. Coming out here having to dodge wasps and yellow jackets like walking through a minefield. I had to take my guy through the car wash. Okay, we are at a place that I fished quite a few times. Man, the water is really low, but it's called Diaskin's Reservoir. Okay, the place I'm getting ready to walk out to, you never used to be able to walk out to. Right in here, usually is about the extent of where you can get, but that's okay, because what we're trying to get is probably going to be really close up here on the edge anyway, so. This place has a lot of little yellow perch, crappie, bluegill, that kind of thing. Oh, there we go. We got one. We got something. What do we got? Yes, it is a little tiny yellow perch. Look at that. That is exactly what I was wanting to get. Oh, that's awesome. Stop that nonsense. Look at that. That is exactly what I wanted to catch. That is so cool. Beautiful little fish. I knew they were in here. It's been years since I came up here too, but there you go, little guy. Let's see if we can do that again. That was awesome. That was worth the trip. Oh dear Lord, have mercy, you've got to be kidding me. How does this happen? I mean, seriously, how does this even happen? There we go. There we go. We got another one? Did we get another one? Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, a little teeny crappie. And I mean teeny. Look at that. I mean, oh, it's tearing his lips, what it's doing. Look at that little guy. That's awesome. That's some weird looking ducks. They look like your typical large white duck, but with a mallard coloration to them. That's odd. Oh, we got him. We got him. What are you going to be? What are you going to be? What are you going to be? Another yellow perch. All right. Hey, stop it. Look at that. That's almost picture worthy right there. I think it is. I'm doing something you should never do. Take your phone out over the water. Oh, that's bigger than I thought I'd get. What is this? What is this? What have we got? A bigger crappie. Awesome. That's cool. I knew something was scooping up in here. Oh, something right there. Oh, got another one. Look at that. There we go. What we got this time? That's got a little bit of a weight to it. No, a bigger one. He got off. Oh, there we go. That's a good one too. Now, what's not going to be cool is if this thing isn't recording. Nope, we are recording. We are officially recording, yes. Yeah, I would say there's not a doubt in my mind that I could catch fish here all day long, just walking around the edge like this. So, I've decided we're moving on somewhere else. I sat there and I just caught fish after fish there. Little same thing over and over again, really. But funny, never caught a single bluegill. The camera actually got hot and overheated. Yes, we're under a heat advisory today, and it is hot already. And it's only 10:43. and it is screaming hot out here. 92 according to my truck, but my truck's been sitting out in heat. So anyway, we're on to another place where I want to make an attempt to catch something else, some other species. We've got crappie, a small bass, which the camera was off unfortunately, but he was small. I mean, literally he was the same size as some of the other guys I was catching. Another couple crappie and another couple of few of the yellow perch. I think over where I'm headed, you can only fish from the piers that they have, and if one of the piers isn't open, I don't know that I'll even stay and fish it. As luck would have it, today is Waller Mill's 50th anniversary. So yesterday and today it was free to get in. No money, no spent. But I had to have something to eat, so I gave him a little money anyway. Needed some lunch, or a snack anyway. So let me eat my snack, drink my orange crush, and we'll get out there and get to fishing. Milky Way. I'm more of a Snickers guy, but this will work. And 60 hours later, a bluegill is caught. Who would have guessed? I have switched baits more times than I can begin to tell you. And you know what? I was ripping this thing. Wasn't being calm and cool and collected with it. Pretty little fish. We'll try it again. Maybe I can rip the thing across there. See what happens again. Oh, there we go. There we go. Is it a gill? No, it's not a gill. Daggone it. It's a little bass. I was wanting a gill. You're not what I'm after. Little fella. I know that's probably doing the digital jump around, but it's what it is outside, according to my truck. It is so hot, I didn't even feel like putting the camera back into the case and everything to do this. So I'm just going off what the microphone is going to be doing here with the camera. But man, it's hot. And then some storm coming up behind us. It's probably going to go around me, but yeah, it is just so hot. I got one little bass to bite, a couple of little hits, and that was about it. We've been to 3 lakes today. Waller Mill, the second lake, only produced one bluegill. At Waller Mill Park, that is a funny lake. It's one of those lakes that look like you are just going to slay them. And then you catch 1 or 2 fish, and that's about it. I don't know what's up, the snobby fish, I guess. But I'm one of these days in the spring or fall when it's not 1,000,000 degrees outside, I'm going to take the kayak up there and I'm going to go around that place and see what I can do. Because right now, man, I'd hate to be out there in that water in a kayak right now. Thinking I have to pedal that thing back. Woo! Now, just in case you're wondering, woo! In my languages, that ain't going to happen. It'd be stupid if you did. There you go. So anyway, the 2 rods and reels that I was using, the 2 old school Cherry Woods and the Tryon, I guess they're Tryon Flugers, are doing fine. Caught a lot of little fish at Dyskin's reservoir. Bunch of cute little fellas, which strangely enough is why I went there. They hang out right by the bank, whether the water's low or high, and they're fun to catch. And sometimes you will get into a pretty good sized yellow perch right along the bank out there, and that's what I was hoping for, but it didn't happen. And if it didn't, it didn't, no big deal. But either way, we caught some little fish, and that was the whole objective. Using trout magnet material, everything from the line to the lure to the jig, and had a great time. Just wish it wasn't so hot. Anyway, we're going to get on home now because, man, I would like to take 4 showers and just kick back and watch some YouTube. That's the best stuff going. Real television isn't worth all that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little segment. We're going to head back home now. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead. You can always unsubscribe. It's so easy. One's as good easy as the other. And hit that little bell. It'll tell you when I'm doing all kinds of crazy little things. And as soon as it gets to where it's not, you know, hotter than the sun outside, I'm going to go back outside and do some more monkeying around, riding around on the Honda Monkey, fishing from the Honda Monkey, some more camping. Didn't go this weekend because it was going to be so hot. Just, you know, get out and do some more things. Find some more places to fish. That's the big thing. Finding more places to fish. I'd like to thank you once again for watching. We'll see you next time. Man, it's hot out here. Where did that storm go? I would have stood right out in the rain. When you want it to rain, it doesn't.